Looks like we got some new blood amongst the dead soldiers. New beer to try out for today. Hey everybody, it's Jay from Bullshit Corner and welcome to today's video. Today's video we are going to do the front end of the Jeep. We're going to replace the drag link and the tie rod ends. If you watched my previous video, one I did a little while ago, I'm not sure how the videos are going to upload. I have a whole bunch. I had a problem with the vibration in my steering wheel at 90 kilometers an hour, roughly about 55 miles an hour. Exactly at that speed, the vibration will start and get worse. If I don't fucking either hit the gas or slow down out of that speed, the vibration would shake and it would get violently more and more as I kept at that speed. So, my other video we kind of went over it and we kind of like wiggled the steering and everything else. Well, in this video, what I found is the drag link that went from the pitman arm down to the passenger side tire there. The tie rod end at that end doesn't have lateral movement that way, but it has movement up and down. The tie rod has movement up and down, and that's where I'm believing where my vibration is coming from. So just to kind of go about talking about prices and this and that, the other components of the steering are good. I called around to different shops in town here, and the cheapest I could find with the fucking tie rod end, the drag link, and the swivel coupler to go along with it was about $500 Canadian. That was the absolute cheapest. I said, fuck, there's no way. I went to Moore's Jeep, I believe it is, or Morse Jeep. That's what it is. It's called Morse Jeep out of the United States. And I got not only a drag link, but I also got a heavy-duty tie rod section, the whole complete steering set with shipping for $270 US. That is a difference in price between Canada and the United States. And then they wonder why we go across the border all the time shopping. If I can order my parts, I'm not in a rush when it comes to parts. I got 3 vehicles. I got my 2006 F-150, I got my BMW, and I got the Jeep. And of course my 57 Chevy that you guys see in the background that's covered in junk, which is going to be a project we're going to start once all these other ones are done. So in this video, I'm going to go about and we're going to do everything from setting up your alignment. We are going to take the steering apart, redo it, how to straighten the steering wheel, all that crap. So let's get this fucking project going. Got the fucking Pilsner beer, another close-up like you saw in the beginning. This is fucking a beer that I grew up drinking, and it tastes like fucking shit. If you ever tasted fucking piss that's been bottled up and then chilled, this is what Pilsner tastes like. So we only need to remove 4 things. We need to remove the nut on there for that tie rod end. You need to remove that up there for the pitman arm. You need to remove your shock, and then you need to remove from there, and that is the one that I said it's got the movement, is that one right there. So we're gonna pull this all apart and get to work. I just want to share this with you. If you're ever working on something like this, like for the shock, and you need to tap it out, you never want to tap without a nut or something on it, because you're actually going to be damaging the ends of the bolt here, and that's just going to fuck you up. So basically you kind of want to flush, but not really, and then there. And then you can still turn it in and out, and you don't have to worry about wrecking it. Or if you banged it, if you banged it like this, you're going to damage the threads and you might not be able to get your nut on. To get the tie rod end out, you can either use a pickle fork, or since we're not going to reuse it, take a hammer, smash it down on top of the bolt. Is usually good enough to smash it out. So next point, I'm going to remove the fucking from the pitman arm there, get that cocksucker out. So we got that side out, got the drag link out of the pitman arm, shocks off, just one more nut, get that end out, and we're ready to put the new front end in. Now that we got everything out, this is the side I said it was worn. It has like no movement at all really, and it's wherever you decide to move it binds, and it kind of pops, and then there's kind of a spot where it wants to pop out, and then move it over and it kind of goes back in. So this is the bad side right here. The pitman arm tie rod, that end right there seemed to be alright. That one there was super stiff, like you can't even frickin' move that one, so that one's on its way out as well. But this one here, yeah, definitely. We got the tie rod in on the pitman arm here, and this adjustment sleeve here is merely to get your steering wheel straight. That's basically the only adjustment for this, because it connects down there. Well, obviously you're gonna have to suck it in to get it in there. So the drag link's put on. I got the one tie rod end put in, so now we're going to adjust it, put it in there 53 inches, and snug everything down. So I'm quite a bit out here, so I'm gonna have to adjust this. Nope, I was going right the first time. I need 53 inches. So I gotta keep cranking this bitch out until I'm 53 inches, and that is plus or minus an eighth of or 1/16 of an inch to match the rear tires. So I'm gonna measure it. So for the drag link, we gotta do the same. I would loosen up this bush in here, and then we just gotta keep turning it to our steering wheel straight. Then once it's straight, we just bolt her back down. There you go, everything's bolted up. Gonna take it for a test spin now, and then come back to the garage, double check it, and then finish putting all the cotter pins and shit in. So now to recap on the project, doing the front end. It's actually a pretty easy job. Like I said, for the wheel alignment, if I would have known how easy it was a while ago, I wouldn't have wasted like $100 getting the wheels aligned. Basically what they say is measure your back tires, use a reference point, align your front tires to the same width, plus or minus 1/16 to an eighth of an inch, and then put everything in tight, cotter pinned it, took it for a spin, came back, had to readjust the front tires, straighten out the steering wheel. That's all good now. The only thing I have left to do is take it out on a highway drive it at 90 kilometers an hour, 55 miles an hour, and see if that wobble's still there. And the warmer this beer gets, the fucking more it tastes like piss. But yeah, so far the front end seems a hell of a lot tighter than it was before. So I'm gonna leave the video at this, and if it worked, it didn't work, you're gonna hear about it in like 2 seconds after I take it for a drive. I took the Jeep out for a spin after redoing the front end. There's still a vibration there, however, it's like way less than it ever was before. At 90 kilometers an hour, the front end would start shaking like so bad I either had to like hammer on the brakes or like step on the gas or do something, because like I said, the longer I held it at 90, the worse it got, to the point where you couldn't even hold it anymore. Now it comes and goes. Like sometimes if I'm at 90 kilometers an hour, it'll come, but I hardly even feel it. I feel like the wheel jerk. I don't even have, like I could actually drive at 90 with it shaking, and it doesn't even bother me. Like it doesn't take any effort at all. So for right now, that's livable. I'm gonna deal with it for now until I can figure out something else. But what you guys think? Otherwise, thanks for watching.